Hey, how you doing there again, folks? You got, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler video series videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there to try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that, time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I literally, when I walked right into the store, these were right there at the front, and I was like, yeah, we'll review that. Into the cart. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. And folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today? Well, it happens to be my Ginger shirt. One of a few that I have. Because I really like the band Ginger. If you're unfamiliar with the band Ginger, they are a metal band out of the Ukraine who have really become known for their incredible musicianship on stage. Also the incredible vocal style of the lead singer Tatiana. They've really become like a global force in the metal industry. Going back, because they've been doing it for over 10 years now, going back to their starts where they really were just kind of a Ukrainian, somewhat European thing, then eventually, venturing into the United States, doing supporting tours. And now they're over there in Australia right now, where they're headlining with Kitty as their supporting act. So I think Ginger is an awesome band. I've seen them perform live a few times. I have videos of said performances. They're on the channel as well, just in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to point you in the right direction, because I think they're an incredible band. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What did I find at the very front of the store? Well, I had to go out today and grab some food and stuff. Well, just basic supplies. And I decided to stop on out at a local supermarket chain called Jewel, which is just local to Illinois. It's, I've been going to Jewel's ever since I was a kid, back before, Walmart and Target really started to take over. But, I went inside and they had something there, and I was like, yeah, okay, sure, I'll review that. And it happens to actually be Jewel branded because it's Boom from Jewel Osco, because Jewel is like the supermarket, and then Osco, I think, is more of the, that's like the pharmacy, I want to say. And these are apparently their Flamin' Hot Cheese Crunch, naturally and artificially flavored. Which I guess, as far as I can tell, are basically knockoff brand Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Sure! Let's get a thing for the thing. Like that. No, something like that. Ha 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 ha! And what with these being branded with the Jewel logo and Jewel being a Illinois-specific place, this review is going to end up on my Eating Out Illinois playlist, which is a playlist for just Illinois spots. And it's got a little thing on the back here. It says, embark on a flavor adventure with JoJo the chip-loving explorer. Alright. Whose quest takes them through Snackville's... Wow, it's just going. Whimsical lands. JoJo has been busy in the lab putting the chai in chip. I guess that's... Sure. Chip Whisperer, they've been keeping a giant eye for the best ingredients to share with the best pals. Join JoJo, you got it, not. As they encounter quirky characters and overcome challenges, ultimately discover the power of shared joy. Just experience the magic and spirit adventure. Chips. Exclusively at Jewel Osco. Happy snacking. Oh dear God, that was so much fun. Let's just eat some damn chips. Who the fuck is JoJo? And is he, they're talking about a chip adventure. I'm only aware of a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So, right off the bat. Look at this bag, right? You see the bag? Pretty big bag. It's about the size of my head, and I got a big head. I haven't taken any of these chips out. Here's how many actual chips I get. To all the people who go over there and say, oh, no, Brandon, they can't put that many chips in the bag because they'll get crunched up. Tell that to Jewel. No. That is a ton of fucking chips. Oh, they have to... Chip integrity. Bullshit. Let's try a thing. Okay. Alright. It's not bad. It's not... I mean, yeah, it's a knockoff Flamin' Hot Cheeto. No two ways about it. However, and I have to admit, I'm a little bit let down because it is Jewel. And typically, even their in-house brand stuff tends to do a really good job of sort of emulating whatever it's, knocking off. These, they don't taste bad, but they really do taste lacking. They feel like lesser versions of Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Yeah, they don't really... The cheese flavor is pretty minimal, to the extent where I almost kind of thought maybe there wasn't a cheese aspect, but there's supposed to be a cheese aspect. It's more about the Flamin' Hot, and even that, like, you do get a little bit of a kick, kind of goes to the back of your throat, but yeah, it's not as oomphy as, the real deal. It's a little bit of a shame. But yeah, blah, blah, blah. Like, they're not horrible or anything. I do kind of like the pepperiness that they seem to have. That's a little bit different than the Flamin' Hot. So they're okay, yeah, they are knocking it off, but like they're also trying to do a little bit of their own thing. Okay. Alright. The consistency on the chips themselves, or whatever you want to call them, they're fine. Decent crunch. Okay, they're growing on me a little bit. I think as I'm having more of them, I'm kind of picking up on things a little bit more. There is a little bit of a cheese element to it, for sure. I still don't think they're as good as the normal Flamin' Hot Cheetos, but they're not bad for what they are. Yeah, a little bit disappointing, but not bad overall. And of course, it does beg mentioning, despite the fact that I love Cheetos and I love spicy stuff, I don't actually really like Flamin' Hot Cheetos all that much. They've never really been my bag. So this was going to be a little bit of a hard sell for me anyway. But the main thing I was looking for was, how do they stack up against, the real deal? Because I've certainly had Flamin' Hot Cheetos in my life. Okay. 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get him again? Would I recommend him? No, and kind of yes. Here's the thing. For me, like I said, because I'm not a big Flamin' Hot Cheetos guy, unless these were doing something wildly different than Flamin' Hot Cheetos, which I will give them a certain amount of credit for, they do have their own personality to them, these weren't going to be something I was going to return to anyway. But, in terms of what they're offering, and, it is one of those things where it's like, I don't dislike them. They're perfectly fine. I'll finish off the bag in time, or at the very least, I'll maybe bring them to work or something like that, pass around them a little bit. But I do think that they're decent for what they are, but again, I don't think that they quite live up to the real deal, the real Flamin' Hot Cheetos. They're not quite that good, but they're okay. And while I personally wouldn't get them, again, if I was recommending them, for one thing, you get a lot of chips in the bag. It's probably going to cost a little bit less than your conventional Flamin' Hot Cheetos. And although the experience is a little bit diminished, it's not as bad as I was initially kind of going at it with that first one. As I ate it, or ate more of them, I started to kind of pick up on different stuff. And they're not bad. They are what they are. Are they going to give you quite the same experience as the real Flamin' Hots? No. But they're not a bad option. And if you get a lot of them, you get them for cheap. And, hell, you just want to go over there, maybe you got people coming over or something. Pour them into a bowl. Will people notice that they're not the real Flamin' Hots? Maybe, but I don't think they'll care. And just as a snack by itself, they're not bad. They're workable, and they do pretty much what they need to do. They're just not quite as rewarding as the real deal, in my opinion. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there, have yourselves a truly flamin' hot-tastic rest of your life, I guess. Oh, it's literally one day from October, and it's like 80 degrees out. Let's be done with the 80. There, no more. In fact, just forever. Not even summer. Not even no. I'm calling it. In Illinois, in the Midwest, we're done with 80-degree weather. 75 and lower. That's it. From now on, I'm calling it. I hate the heat so much. Final two things. Number one, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there. No. Fuck off. Goddamn freaking Yellow Jackets. I'm not stopping the review. One of your asshole friends made me stop one of my reviews before. It's in my bloopers, by the way, if you want to watch that. Fucking giant-ass bee flew in. Final two things. Number one, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. Out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. When we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, you know what I wouldn't be having to deal with right now if it wasn't 80 degrees? Fucking Yellow Jackets. No. If it were fucking like 70 degrees, those fuckers would be like, no. I'm going to chill in my hive and do whatever. God, I hate the heat so much. I hate Yellow Jackets. Oh, Brandon's silly with his hatred of the sun. He's such a silly character. No, I genuinely don't like the sun. I mean, yes, it's important for life and blah, 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 blah. It's just, let's pull a fucking Futurama and, like, pull ourselves back or push it a little bit out of the way. Just a little bit. You know, just cool. Anyway, bye.